Welcome back, everybody. We're looking at Nexus 1.1. This is a major overhaul of the map after getting feedback and watching many games on the spectate mode inside a Company of Heroes 2. As you can see, the sector layout has changed significantly. There have been two hybrid points added to the map to bring it in line with the number of points and crossroads. I think there's something to be said for a map that has a heavy cutoff play, adding a little bit of resources into the total pool available to players, and this keeps the flow of the game consistent and fair for everybody. So we have the same number of points as crossroads here. You can also see that one of the points that was here and roughly here, those 2 points are gone. They have been moved. So we have a point here and here. And to keep the symmetry consistent, we now have points on each side. So there are points directly connected to the bases, which will offset some of the heavy harassment that happens with all of the cutoffs on this map. The cutoffs being this main road here and the rail, and of course the cutoffs to the munitions. Other changes to the tactical map have been because there are now points that are directly connected to each base, the munitions harassing point has basically been kept where they are, but the primary cutoffs have been moved slightly towards the center to make them easier to harass, because there will be more consistent resource income overall. Now if we go to the map, we can see the center has been changed. A couple of trees added here for light cover. These big green sort of blobs of cover have been modified, so they've been shifted away from the center. A lot of the objects here have been removed. A lot of objects here have been removed. Here have been removed. Here have been removed. Objects in this area have also been removed. Green cover has been removed. This was made green. But green cover in general down here has been removed. Objects have been removed. The symmetry of cover has been improved. And there's a lot of changes. I'm probably going to miss some here, but let's keep going. There used to be one of these rail loading yards down here. That has been removed for easier flow of units. There's still green defensive cover for this base here, but it doesn't consist of one of these giant pieces of green cover. Instead, it's a destroyed rail car. This has been greened up. There's your point that's near the base. A lot of different ways to come out here. Likewise, in the north, there are paths to get out of the hedgerow on both sides, but there's your base connector. If we come over to the other side of the map, there's your new point here. Base connector, ways to get out here. And likewise in the north. There was also a small problem that was my fault. This MG bunker, if you were playing as the Wehrmacht, it did not fully cover the base. You could actually sneak in if you went far, far right here. That has been fixed on this new version. Near the munitions cutoffs here, the buildings that are sort of the defensive buildings set up, those have been moved back here, and likewise here. The north has been modified. This building here on the right, along with the rest of these clustered buildings, have been moved to the right. And this green cover here, this hard green cover, has been moved to the left. Now, this area should be, from a combat perspective, should be symmetrically fair. It's not going to be the same, but it should be reasonable for both players to post up and fight it out in any way that they choose. Obviously, their tactical choices are going to matter here, but the relative green covers and approaches on all these buildings should set it up so everybody can do what they like. Also, this building in particular, there's been a hedgerow added here. So this building can only cover about a little more than half of this VP firing out of this window here. So this VP is now capable without this building interfering with it, if you're paying attention. Down here, more of this sort of loading dockyard has been destroyed on the back here. so it can still be used defensively, but offensively there has to be a lot of cover pieces to be destroyed there for that to be effective for anyone trying to pin a player. So the south has also been modified. Now, if these walls get destroyed, this building had a significant impact. So now there are hedgerows here that are not as, they don't offer as much line of sight blocking, but it's still something, so that even if a break comes in here and starts destroying all these walls, this building is still contained to some degree. Also, in the center, there used to be broken up hedgerows here. Those have been combined into one hedgerow on the top and on the bottom. There's enough room in between here and here for tanks to drive through freely, which has been tested. The bases are basically the same except for that right base MG change, and there have been some pathing improvements, aesthetic improvements overall, and this version of the map, especially considering the new territory changes and building changes, should be significantly better than the current version and significantly more balanced than the current version that's out, which is sort of Nexus 1.0. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take it easy, and appreciate you checking out on the maps. We'll see you next time.